This military makeover is brought to you by Simon.
You know, Asheville, New York is right in the middle between Buffalo, New York, and Erie, Pennsylvania, in a community that really respects and honors the sacrifices of our military veterans. And while we're here, we're going to take a really good deep dive and look at some of the organizations that provide special services to help that transition for our veterans to home be a little easier. So make sure you stay tuned to this military makeover.
Brand new morning here on Military Makeover. I feel like I've been shot out of a cannon. Get here and we gotta go, 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 because guess what? Joe is here from LG. What do we got going on, man?
So we've got all new appliances from LG for both the kitchen and the laundry room. We can't wait to get them in the house.
Well, I can't wait to see what you got in store for the great young family here. Don't hurt your back, all right, Joe?
We won't.
I'm gonna talk to you later. And listen, like I said, shot out of a cannon. I haven't even had my coffee yet. Fortunately, Black Rifle Coffee Company is back on Military Makeover. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you. Hey, good morning.
How are you?
Nice to see you.
So you got me all set up, right?
Yeah, of course, Art, we're going to keep you caffeinated with America's coffee all day.
Oh, man, I love it. Even with the branded logo cup. Love these guys. Got me set up. Of course, J-Dog. I mean, have you guys slept yet or no?
Not yet.
All right. Be careful driving, man. Got a brand new clean dumpster dropped off.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's going on, guys? How's the install going? Insulation,
good,
right?
buddy. It's good, yeah.
All right. I'm going to check in with you later. And then, of course, the man of the hour. I hope you had a shower. Mr. Ryan Stanley, what's going on up there?
Hey, I got a lot going on. Come upstairs and check it out.
All right, I'll be in a second. Got to go see Ryan. Wow, a lot of progress happening in here. Ryan has been hard at work, and there he is.
Hey.
What's going on, man? Good morning.
Oh, man, as you can see, we got a lot going on. We got Jim here with the guys finishing up the drywall, just kind of prepping.
Let's take a walk around here, because I got LG appliances following me in.
Okay, so yeah, we're all ready for that.
Okay.
We got the oven, microwave
double
combo
oven.
here.
Oh, it's a combo, right?
Yep.
Okay.
The cooktop's gonna go here.
Very nice.
Dishwasher and refrigerator.
Beautiful. And we got a counter depth, I assume. So
We did,
It'll look
yes.
built in,
That's
custom.
right.
Well, I'm going to let you continue on. I love what you got going on here, Ryan. And,
So go down there, check out.
That's what
Just
I
be
was gonna
careful because Knopf is doing insulation and you might get some on you.
that's all right. I'm used to it. It's made of glass, so it's okay.
On Military Makeover, we had the opportunity to empower veterans to help other veterans. Here in Chautauqua County, we've connected our makeover recipient, Cody Willett, to a remarkable project.
The PFC Joseph P. Dwyer Veterans Peer-to-Peer Program is designed to get veterans out of their homes, socialize, meet another veteran that maybe has shared their similar experiences, because a lot of times they feel very alone, like they're the only ones that have ever experienced these things, and then they discover they're not. Our ultimate goal is to prevent suicide, and I have had several participants in our group tell me that this program has made a big difference for them. By getting out in the community, they're actually helping another veteran and may save another veteran's life.
The suicide epidemic among our veterans takes an estimated 22 lives every day. The Dwyer Project puts veterans with veterans, peers who understand the hardship they're experiencing. Army veteran Joe Palladino has found support and purpose with the program.
You know, having a common bond with sitting next to a veteran brother, to sit there and know that we've chewed the same dirt, knowing that we're here. This is what helps me, because I'm able to help somebody else and help my brethren get to a point where hopefully we can cut that number of 22 a day down to 0.
You know, I've had a problem with just going to counselors. They haven't seen and done what you've done. And the best thing is to get with other veterans, and it will help.
We are at Lakeview Cemetery. It's the biggest cemetery in Chautauqua County. There's over 44,000 people buried here. Out of that number, there's about 4,600 veterans that are buried in the cemetery alone. 2 years ago, we actually ended up finding a little over 1,500 veterans that were never marked. So I sat down one night and I designed a unique flag holder that just says U.S. Veteran on it. We asked Cody to come down here to help us plant some veteran grave markers. And him and I are going to be going through and placing some of these grave markers and trying to get that accomplished today.
It's something that, you know, we can do to show that these guys, they're still in memory. They've put their life on the line for this country. It's just a small token that we could do to show tribute to them.
Because our flag stirs so much emotion, this visit became an opportunity to share another inspired gift.
I'm the owner of a company called Flags of Valor. We specifically hire combat veterans to make really cool wooden American flags and other products. So we're here on behalf of Under Armour Freedom and our company, Flags of Valor, and we created something really special for Cody and his family. I think Cody's about to be here, so I'm gonna cover the flag up so we can surprise him with this.
How you doing?
Good, man, how are you?
Good. Cody.
I'm Brian, nice to meet you.
Hey, Brian, good to meet you.
So on behalf of all of our guys at Flags of Valor, our whole team, this means a lot to be able to make something like this, to be able to present it to someone like you who, you know, you and your family have served and sacrificed so much for our country. This is just a small token of appreciation that we could give you today. So
I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that's amazing.
So here it says, to the Willett family, thank you for your service and sacrifice to our great country.
Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
Coming up,
The best way to utilize energy in a home is to capture the wasted energy before it escapes.
at the house, contributions continue to arrive. Next, more insulation.
The best way to utilize energy in a home is to capture the wasted energy before it escapes. And the best way to do that is with great insulation from Knauf. Now, Ryan talked to Knauf's installers a couple of days ago. We've got Clint up here, I'm told. Hey, Clint, how are you? Good. Edmondson. Hey, listen, we want to make our home energy efficient and lower utility bills for our veterans family. How does Knauf Insulation help us achieve that goal?
Well, up here we're going to be installing an air sealing product to keep the hot, humid attic air, or in the wintertime, cold attic air away from the home. And we're going to install fiberglass insulation, and it's just made from recycled glass and sand, and then our bat insulation, which we use downstairs, is made with a corn-based binder.
How do you know how much heat or cooling you're losing through the leaks and the cracks in the house?
We actually have a test set up downstairs that's going to pull air out of the house and measure how much is flowing across the fan to tell us.
Let's go downstairs and try that test.
All right, sounds good.
This is a pretty cool setup you've got right here.
This is called a blower door, and it's a fan air leakage test that just fits in a door. So what happens is we'll depressurize the house with this fan, and this computer will then measure the amount of air that's flowing across the fan, so we know how much air is leaking in and out. And actually, when this is running, we could walk around the house and test and feel for different leaks too.
It's the things you can't see behind the walls that really make the difference in a home. Spend your money wisely and use Knauf Insulation.
Absolutely.
Now, you got this test to get going, you got your installers to get back to.
Yep.
I appreciate you giving me a few minutes.
Yep.
I'll see you on the other side, man.
All right, thanks,
Take it easy.
The team from My Computer Career is back with some technical magic. And because Cody's one of their star online students, they've brought him some big surprises. First, the tech.
Jen's whole theme was rustic and modern, so we're gonna do something really, really cool with My Computer Career. They got this big TV that's gonna have some glass called Magic Mirror. I don't quite know what all that's about, so we're gonna basically make a picture frame to surround the TV.
When the television isn't being used, it looks just like a mirror. We're actually framing it with this 200-year-old hickory wood. It's going to be absolutely amazing.
This is one of my favorite parts.
Me too.
Usually TVs are an eyesore, but this is going to be a moment.
It is. It's going to be really pretty.
So, okay, explain how this is going to work.
So what happens is when you aren't watching TV, you've got this beautiful mirror on the wall. And then when they're watching TV, obviously it's a smart television. It has all the capabilities.
It's going to be amazing. Thank you for doing it.
No problem.
The entire Willett family get to share in the fun, including Bulldog Lulu, on her way to Dog Speak Groomers with Cody for her own mini makeover.
Well, here I am, almost to the location to have an opportunity to meet with Cody and Lulu, his dog. So I'm looking forward to talking to Cody about how best to protect Lulu in the future and providing a little bit of a surprise for him, too.
Come on, Lou.
Hi, Lulu.
Hi, how's it going?
Hi, Cody, how are you?
Good.
So what are we doing for Lulu today? Hi, honey.
We could maybe give her a once over, and
Yeah.
I've been trying this Hearts product out. It's for fleas and ticks, so if you could try that, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, well, we'll get her all in and get
Awesome.
her all prettied up for you.
Well, I appreciate it.
Hi, honey. She's ready for it. Normally, dealing with flea and tick situations, we see it quite often. It's very common. Oftentimes, owners bring in special shampoos that they would prefer to use, and we're happy to do that. We give them a good bath, clean their ears, trim their nails, give them a good brush out, and then oftentimes we finish them off with a cute little bow or a little bandana, whatever the owners like to make sure that they look exactly how they want them to.
Hi.
Hey, how's
Cody?
it going? Yeah.
Hi, I'm Lance Hemsworth. Hi, nice to meet you.
You too. How are you?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
Awesome.
I understand that you have your dog in here today, Lulu?
Yeah, you know, she was starting to itch a little bit, so we wanted to bring her to the groomer and kind of get her checked out.
Great. We are very, very pleased to be a partner with Military Makeover. Hearts is committed to all pet families, but especially our veterans. And in particular, the support that we're providing to make sure that they are getting the type of protection that they need for their pets.
We're going into a new house, so we don't want to have to deal with the ticks and all the problems and fleas.
We have both control as well as preventative products. For your control products, you've got your Hearts shampoos, sprays, powders, and then you have your preventatives, topicals and your Hearts Pro collars.
Lance showed me the collar, and it was cool because you had to stretch it out to activate the ingredients in it. Easy to use. I basically just strapped it right on, cut the end off, and she was good to go.
We're going to be providing you with a year's worth of supply of the Hearts flea and tick products.
Wow.
For you to take home with you.
I appreciate it.
You got it, man.
Thank you.
Coming up, Montel learns about innovative PTSD therapies.
Okay, now see the drama?
Our makeovers always consider the comfort and economy of the home. For the Willetts, Amana is providing a new heating and air conditioning system.
James, it's so great to have you back on board here. Another military makeover. The Amana brand, we're going to talk all about it, but you've also brought out an amazing set of installers. Drove all the way in from Buffalo. These guys, really, Emerald, are doing a fantastic job, and Mark is back there with his buddy working on getting us all set up for the Willett family. What kind of system are we installing this time?
It's a 3-ton system. It's a 16-SEER 2-speed compressor, which is very, very efficient. If, for instance, this compressor should fail, anytime the Willetts own this home, they will get an entirely new unit, not just a new compressor, they get a whole new unit, no matter how old the unit is.
And then heating the house is inside. We're going to talk about that gas furnace.
Absolutely. It won't be too long before they'll need this air conditioning.
All right, let's go on inside and take a look. Well, James, as far as heating and cooling needs go, this is where the magic happens, right? This is where the furnace is, super user-friendly, and Emerald is here, Joe is here, Mark is here. Joe, tell me about how easy is it to service and install an Amana brand system?
The Amana brand system is really easy to service, really easy to install. Customer support and the technical support Amana provides us, the training they provide us is incredible. That's why we like to stick with their product. We did do a bunch of custom sheet metal to make sure that we had enough return air in the house. We had to rework some ductwork in another room just to make sure that we had proper airflow for the most comfort they can get.
And we've got a fantastic gas furnace here with some special features.
I want to talk about the new product that we've got within our furnaces called Comfort Bridge, which allows us to have no matter how many stages outside, no matter how much we're modulating inside, you can use a simple single-stage thermostat. It's industry, nobody else in the industry has that.
And tell us about the filter.
Yeah, we added the humidifier for sure, and then 2 media filters, one on each side of the return air system.
You guys have done a fantastic job. And James, always great to talk to you, man. The Amana brand and Military Makeover is a great partnership.
We're just thrilled to be here and be able to do that. I want to thank Emerald, too, for driving down all the way from Buffalo to provide this installation.
Our previous episode featured Tarkett flooring with a major upgrade in the basement. Jen now has Tarkett's team on the main floor, and she's loving it.
The floors changed the whole feel of it. Hello,
how are you? I'm Joe. Good to meet you. Good to see you.
This looks awesome.
But yeah, it's great, right?
Wow, you guys are almost done. I feel like I missed everything. And look, I'm such a designer because I grab things and I touch them. Look at this, that looks nice.
So yeah, this is our new product, ProGen, and it's a great color. This is one of our most popular colors, and you can see this whole thing came out really great. And it looks a lot like real wood, right? When you see it, it's very, very realistic.
Well, I'm a snobby designer, and sometimes with vinyl flooring, it repeats and it looks cheap. This does not look cheap.
Absolutely not. Actually, if you did a pan back, you could see every one of these is original, so it doesn't look like a typical vinyl floor. First of all, it's hard as heck, right? So if I can grab this thing and just beat on it, and it does no damage at all to the floor, so it's really, really durable, but it's also very flexible, so I can take this and move it like this, so it makes it much easier for them while they're installing it, the flexibility to get around corners and things like that.
I feel like I need to stay at arm's
Sorry about that. And it's 100% waterproof too, so it can go in any room. It can go in the kitchen, the bathroom, in the living rooms.
That's perfect because with animals, kids, people love that. And then in terms of the sound, like walking on it, it doesn't sound
Well,
cheap.
you just think about that. When I hit that with the hammer, right, it was so quiet, but
Yeah.
you know I was really hitting it. It's because it has this great pad on the back for sound absorption, so it really helps to quiet things down.
You guys are making me look good.
Yeah,
Thank you,
it's great.
Tarquette.
Military is a volunteer force, right? And so all these people stepped up to the plate when we as a nation asked them to. So if we get a chance to help and repay that a little bit, and only a smidge, right? We can only do a little bit to help, but every little bit we can do, we want to do.
I'll leave you back to work.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Good to see you.
It looks really good.
Thank you.
I'm excited. They're gonna be so excited.
Montel is exploring remarkable support services in Chautauqua County for veterans and first responders. He visited Homestead Stables, where a unique form of therapy is helping those with PTSD.
Where we are today is the Homestead Stables, part of our Homestead Retirement Campus. The horses play into our care and services with the veterans in a couple of different ways. One is that we are working with the Constance Project to provide opportunities for veterans with PTSD and other issues to experience some therapeutic programming through horses.
Dawn Samuelson, a nationally recognized behavioral therapist, has developed several programs that rely on the healing relationships horses can create with those suffering from PTSD.
Dawn, so good to meet you. It's
great to meet you as
Here,
well.
sit down, let's chat for a second.
Thank you, thank you.
Please, for sure. The whole idea of PTSD touched you and your family in a very personal way, did it not?
It did. My mother passed away when I was a young child, about 8 years old. My father underwent a gender change, so that kind of got my direction towards watching behavior at a very young age.
And then your sister, right, Constance Davenport, was an Air Force veteran.
She was.
Who committed suicide herself.
She did.
And we live at a time right now where the numbers are still 20 veterans a day committing suicide across America. Those that have been in combat and those who haven't been in combat.
Yes, yes.
So what made you decide to connect equine psychotherapy to supporting veterans?
I looked at it that my sister committed suicide. I didn't look at her as a veteran. She was my sister. And I started working with a lot of people that were veterans. And I realized that this type of therapy helps people with PTSD. And veterans were just an area that were really having struggles, along with first responders.
How's the program impacting them?
I think what it does is helps them to realize that they have an emotional code and that the emotional code can be removed and set aside in order to start to communicate with other people or to deal with their family issues. It'll always be a part of who they are. However, it doesn't have to become their identity. And we can start to teach them to recognize triggers, and the horses end up helping them to work through that. It's a tool. Okay, keep walking. Send her off a little faster. Okay, now see the drama? Now, what I want you to do is just relax. Mental health in general, it's difficult for them to address it, sometimes admit it. But once they walk in the door and they realize that these 1,500-pound horses, they have this magic, this connection, and the horse knows instantly that there's an issue. Basically are very non-judgmental. They are black and white, and they take on the role, and it's purely magic.
Well, thank you so much for what you do. I think this is something that shows again that Chautauqua County is giving back and giving back in a big way.
It's pretty amazing.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, for sure. You know, Art, I've been really impressed with the high regard this entire community has for all of its service personnel, military and first responders.
It's really overwhelming, and there's literally been dozens of volunteers here every day doing exactly what we want, whenever we want. It's great.
That's why I got to do a very special thank you to all those in Chautauqua County. I'm talking about Western New York and Northern Pennsylvania who have really turned out for our military people.
Well, there's a whole lot more to do, so we got to get back to work.
Absolutely, and you have to make sure you tune into the next Military Makeover, Operation Willetts Family.